Have you ever felt a sudden stabbing pain in your head after eating something cold too quickly? It's like your brain is trying to escape out your forehead. This mysterious and often unpleasant sensation is known as brain freeze. But what exactly causes this strange phenomenon? Why does something as simple as a cold treat trigger such an intense reaction in our heads? Let's dive into the science behind brain freeze and uncover the secrets of this icy headache. Brain freeze, also known by its more scientific name sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia, is a brief but intense headache that occurs after consuming something cold. It's characterized by a sudden stabbing pain in the forehead or temples, often radiating to other areas of the head. Imagine a group of nerves huddled together near the roof of your mouth. These nerves are responsible for sensing temperature changes in your mouth and throat. When you eat or drink something very cold, these nerves send a signal to your brain saying, "Hey, it's freezing in here." But why the headache? Scientists believe that the sudden cold triggers a rapid constriction and dilation of blood vessels in the palate, the roof of your mouth. This vascular gymnastics is thought to be the body's way of regulating temperature and protecting the brain from extreme cold. This rapid change in blood flow stimulates the trigeminal nerve, a large nerve responsible for sensation in the face and head. The trigeminal nerve interprets this stimulation as pain, sending those familiar unpleasant signals to your brain. Section 4. Brain freeze triggers. From slushies to popsicles. Brain freeze, also known as an ice cream headache, is a sudden and intense pain in the head caused by consuming something cold. It's a common experience that many of us have had, especially during the hot summer months when we crave something icy to cool us down. Brain freeze can be triggered by a variety of cold foods and beverages. This phenomenon occurs when something cold touches the roof of your mouth or palate, causing blood vessels in the area to rapidly constrict and then dilate. This sudden change sends pain signals to your brain, resulting in that familiar sharp headache. Some of the most common culprits include ice cream, especially when eaten too quickly. The creamy texture and cold temperature make it a prime candidate for causing brain freeze. When you take big bites or eat it too fast, the coldness hits your palate hard and fast, triggering the pain. Slushies and ices, those icy cold drinks, are notorious for causing brain freeze. The combination of finely crushed ice and sweet syrup makes them a refreshing treat, but also a quick way to experience that sudden headache. Sipping them too quickly can bring on the freeze almost instantly. Popsicles and ice pops. Direct contact with the palate makes these frozen treats a common trigger. The solid, icy texture of popsicles means they stay cold longer, and when they touch the roof of your mouth, they can easily set off a brain freeze. Very cold drinks, guzzling down an ice-cold soda or water can also lead to brain freeze. The rapid intake of cold liquid can chill your palate quickly, causing the same constriction and dilation of blood vessels that leads to the headache. Essentially, anything that rapidly cools the palate has the potential to set off those sensitive nerves and bring on the freeze. Whether it's a frozen dessert, a chilled drink, or even a cold piece of fruit, the key factor is the sudden temperature change in your mouth. So, next time you reach for that frosty treat, remember to take it slow and savor the flavor to avoid the dreaded brain freeze. Section 5. Why does it hurt so much? The pain of brain freeze, while temporary, can be surprisingly intense. This sudden, sharp pain is something most of us have experienced at some point, often when enjoying a cold treat like ice cream or a chilled beverage. But why does this happen? What is it about cold substances that triggers such a powerful reaction in our heads? This is because the trigeminal nerve is responsible for some of the most sensitive areas of our face and head. The trigeminal nerve is one of the largest nerves in the head, and it plays a crucial role in transmitting sensory information from the face to the brain. When something extremely cold touches the roof of your mouth, it causes the blood vessels in the area to constrict and then rapidly dilate. This sudden change is detected by the trigeminal nerve, which then sends a signal to the brain that is interpreted as pain. Think about how painful a simple ice cube pressed against your skin can be. The cold sensation can be quite uncomfortable, even on the surface of your skin. Now imagine that same sensation occurring inside your mouth, where the tissues are even more sensitive. The pain from a brain freeze is essentially your body's way of telling you that something is wrong and that you need to stop what you're doing. Now imagine that sensation amplified and occurring inside your head. The pain signals travel quickly from the roof of your mouth to your brain, creating that intense stabbing headache we all dread. This is why the pain can feel so overwhelming, even though It usually only lasts for a short period of time. That's the power of the trigeminal nerve. It is incredibly efficient at detecting changes and sending signals to the brain. While this can be beneficial in many situations, such as detecting potential harm, it can also lead to the unpleasant experience of a brain freeze. Thankfully, the pain is usually short-lived, typically lasting only a few seconds to a minute. This brief duration is because the body quickly adapts to the change in temperature and the blood vessels in the palate return to their normal state. The trigeminal nerve stops sending pain signals and the headache subsides. Our bodies are remarkably adaptable and the blood vessels in the palate quickly return to their normal state. This rapid recovery is a testament to the body's ability to handle sudden changes and protect us from potential harm. So, the next time you experience a brain freeze, remember that it's just your body's way of looking out for you and the pain will be over before you know it. Section 6. Thawing out the pain tips and tricks. In this section, we'll explore some effective methods to combat the discomfort of brain freeze, a common but often surprising reaction to consuming cold foods and beverages. While brain freeze is generally harmless and short-lived, there are a few things you can do to alleviate the discomfort or prevent it from happening in the first place. Brain freeze, also known as ice cream headache, occurs when something cold touches the roof of your mouth, causing blood vessels to rapidly constrict and then dilate. This sudden change triggers pain receptors, sending a jolt of pain to your forehead. One of the simplest ways to avoid brain freeze is to slow down. Enjoy your cold treats slowly, allowing your mouth to adjust to the temperature. By taking smaller bites or sips, you give your mouth more time to warm up the cold food or drink before it hits the sensitive nerves in the roof of your mouth. Another effective method is to warm up your palate. Press your tongue against the roof of your mouth to warm the area. This can help to counteract the sudden drop in temperature and reduce the likelihood of triggering a brain freeze. The warmth from your tongue can help to soothe the nerves and blood vessels, easing the pain more quickly. If you do experience a brain freeze, taking a sip of warm water can help to quickly raise the temperature in your mouth. This method works similarly to pressing your tongue against the roof of your mouth, but the warm water can provide more immediate relief. It's a quick and easy way to alleviate the discomfort. Breathing through your nose is another helpful tip. This can help to warm the air you're inhaling, which in turn can warm the roof of your mouth. By taking slow, deep breaths through your nose, you can gradually increase the temperature in your mouth and reduce the pain of brain freeze. Remember, prevention is key. By savoring those icy delights and avoiding rapid consumption, you can minimize your chances of experiencing the dreaded brain freeze. Enjoying your treats mindfully not only enhances the experience, but also helps you avoid the sudden jolt of pain. So next time you reach for that ice cream or cold drink, remember these tips and tricks to keep the brain freeze at bay. Section 7. Brain freeze, a passing storm. Brain freeze, while momentarily unpleasant, is a completely harmless phenomenon. It's simply our body's way of reacting to sudden temperature changes and protecting our most vital organ, the brain. So the next time you feel that telltale stab of pain after indulging in a cold treat, don't panic. Just remember that it's a temporary sensation, and there are simple ways to thaw out the pain and get back to enjoying your icy indulgence.